The warriors address it, lace up, regain order. The boss comes first, the rest is added on it. The warriors address it, lace up, regain order. The boss comes first, the rest is added on it.
Yes sir, it's your boy D, man. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to the channel, man. In my line, though, you feel me? So check this out, man. We're gonna get straight to it, man, and we're gonna talk about a situation that happened in Georgia. Like what was it, last Thursday or something like that? So here we go. Investigation underway, man. After a black man was found hanging in Georgia, you know. Can't believe that still go on. Let's check out this news clipping real quick, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
From 1886 to 1911, 9 black men were lynched in Statesboro.
And there's been no recognition of their deaths until now. WJCO 22 News' Andy Cole brings us the marker aimed at doing just that.
We've not faced this history before.
More than 100 years ago, Statesboro had a violent reputation.
Will County is not really all that unusual in this regard. There are thousands of racial terror lynchings throughout the South during this time.
Its dark past peaked in the summer of 1904. Paul Reed and Will Cato, accused of murdering a family of 5, were tried and convicted. An angry mob stormed the courthouse, took the men, lynched them, and burned the pair at the stake. The racist attack put Statesboro on the map for all the wrong reasons.
Healing begins with truth-telling first, and that's really what this process is about.
A century later, healing has begun. The higher you build. We first told you about the Statesboro Bullock Remembrance Coalition's work last February. They partnered with the Equal Justice Initiative to place a marker honoring the 9 lynching victims outside of Statesboro's City Hall. Thursday, the group unveiled it to the public.
I hope that it gives others who want to do this kind of work, hope.
Adrienne McCollar is Statesboro's First Lady and has led the charge for this marker since 2019.
In our public space, in our public square, with the markers that we have up, with the names that we have on our streets, we're telling a story, right? We're just not telling the whole story.
Until now.
The way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon them. And this is the work that we're engaged in.
In Statesboro, I'm Andy Cole, WJCL 22 News.
And Bullock is now the 7th county in Georgia to have such a marker, the only one south of Metro Atlanta.
Now, I know y'all heard me in the beginning when I said, man, lynching still goes on to this day, which is a shame. That's kind of crazy, right? But I am going to say this. When you living in a city or a particular state, right? Whether you just moved there or not, once you get a feel for that location, and it feels as though there's those type of things going on, like maybe racism, maybe even just prejudice, people get on up out of there. And I'm not saying you can't live where you want to live, but I'm saying sometimes you can't live where you want to live, right? It would make more sense to move around, to a place that was probably a little bit more safer. And I'm not blaming the people who had, who those things happened to, and nothing like that. I'm not saying that. I'm not pointing the fingers. All I'm saying is sometimes we got to be cautious of where we place ourselves, because just because the area changes, that don't mean the people change, because people don't change. People don't change. People just got the ability, and they decide to change things, so, but my condolences to all the families, to all the men that they mentioned in the marker that they placed, and to also the young man that this recently just happened to. It's sad that we can't do what we want. We can't live how we want to live, man, and this is steady going on. So it's like from generation to generation to generation. We constantly fighting this same battle, right? But what is the answer, right? I know the co-chairperson said that it's a good start. You know, the coalition, it's a good start in the community, you know what I mean, around racial justice and everything. Right, I get that. But what do we really start? You know, what does building coalition around in a community around racial injustice look like? Right? What does that look like? What does memorializing the victims of racial violence look like? What does a first step, right, towards building a more inclusive community look like? Right? How much and how many times do we start over? Or start? Man, we're going to talk about that down in the comments, man. Tell me what y'all think about it. Y'all tell me. My question to y'all is, what is the true answer, and what do y'all really think the people of America, not just black folk, but people, all people in general, what is the answer to stopping racism? Let's talk about it in the comments, man. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever way you want to ride with it. And again, you know, we're going to talk about it down there in the comments. And man, love the life that you live and the loyalty is within it, man. I'm out.
Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
The warriors address it, lace up, regain order. The boss comes first, the rest is added on it. The warriors address it, lace up, regain order. The boss comes first, the rest is added on it.